Ian Goldin, Exceptional People, How Migration Shaped Our World and Will Define Our Future. Embark on a journey that unveils the transformative power of migration in shaping the world and defining our collective future with the highly acclaimed book, Exceptional People, How Migration Shaped Our World and Will Define Our Future by Ian Goldin. In this summary, you can expect the essence of Goldin's compelling insights into the multifaceted aspects of migration, from its historical impact on civilizations to the contemporary challenges and opportunities it presents. Learn how migration benefits the economies, demographics, and cultures of both the sending and receiving countries, and explore the significance of sound policies to ensure an inclusive and prosperous future for all.
Breaking barriers in high-stakes sales. Overcoming adversarial dynamics and gaining trust in complex sales. Traditional selling strategies can impede the success of high-stakes sales since they may create an adversarial dynamic between the seller and the prospect, ultimately resulting in a lost sale. Regardless of the product or service's complexity, earning trust and building credibility is crucial to gain clarity and move forward. It is vital to communicate effectively while maintaining a level of professionalism and respect to break these barriers and approach sales with clear intentions. The importance of effective communication in sales. Effective communication is crucial in making sales. The failure to communicate properly is often the reason why a sale is lost. To conduct productive and mutually beneficial discussions, salespeople must engage in conversational styles that compel customers to purchase. The conventional approach of focusing only on presentations, handling objections, and closing often results in alienation. Salespeople should refine their communication skills to develop successful relationships with customers. Effective sales communication. Your communication style is a reflection of your emotional mindset, shaped by past experiences, beliefs, and personality. The parent, child, and adult within you represent your inner voice, emotional self, and objective self. Successful sales conversations require the adult mindset. The traditional approach to sales focuses on presentation and persuasion, but effective communication is about connecting and building trust. Aggressive persuasion techniques only lead to skepticism and defensiveness, damaging credibility and trust. By behaving professionally and respectfully, keeping an emotional distance, and becoming a business collaborator, you can break the stereotype of a pushy salesperson and become an esteemed advisor. Failure to communicate effectively is the leading cause of substandard sales, missed targets, lost revenues, and career frustration. Mastering the art of value selling. To stand out in a sea of companies talking about value, it's crucial to create a customized value lifecycle for each customer. This lifecycle includes understanding the customer's value proposition, assumption, requirement, expectation, and achievement. Misusing value phrases and discussing only the components of a solution can lead to clichés, so it's essential to help customers understand the pitfalls of not finding value. You are the expert, but the customer is the judge and jury. By translating the concept of value in their terms, you can become their guide and create a unique selling proposition that adds value to their business. The art of diagnostic selling. A successful salesperson must adopt a decision process guide role and focus on conducting collaborative diagnostic discussions. Diagnostic selling centers around the customer, observable problems, solution parameters, and engages them as a partner to promote ownership. The key to success is to create value through relevancy, change leadership, mutual self-esteem, mutual self-interest, and emotional maturity. The salesperson must help prospects understand how their solution relates to their business through value relevancy. Similarly, they must help customers design a solution by identifying an existing negative condition and leading change. Mutual self-interest involves serving the customer while retaining value for the sale, and emotional maturity describes the desired emotional state during the sales process: cool, rational, yet detached. By integrating these traits into their approach, the salesperson can differentiate themselves from their competitors and avoid being dismissed as empty words by rightly or wrongly skeptical customers. Revamping high-stakes sales. To succeed in high-stakes sales, the traditional approach must be overhauled. The book proposes a new four-step process: discover, diagnose, design, and deliver. It starts with identifying the most promising leads and motivating them to change. The salesperson then helps the customer gain confidence and fulfills the agreed-upon value terms. Effective sales methods. Qualifying prospects requires more than just pitching your product. Instead, focus on identifying symptoms of an absence of value that can be addressed by your solution. Engage in research conversations with the prospective company's employees, vendors, and customers to uncover these gaps. The next step is an engagement conversation with the executive to gain sponsorship of the diagnosis. If the executive agrees with your assumptions, they can provide valuable information for your next steps. By focusing on identifying real problems and gaining executive sponsorship, you can increase the effectiveness of your sales process. Progression of change. Instead of using needs analysis as a pretext for making a presentation, guide the prospect through the progression of change before introducing your solution. By raising the prospect's consciousness about a problem, you establish relevancy and the motivation to change. Conduct an expert diagnosis instead of asking prospects to define their own problems, as they might not possess a true understanding of the extent of their situation. Pursue diagnostic conversations with a cast of characters in the organization and establish a convincing description of the customer's negative present to expose all aspects of the problem fully. Fuel the dialogues with questions to explore the problem's consequence, impact, and relative priority. Solution design. In designing a solution after diagnosis, conduct design conversations with the prospect to move them towards a positive future that the product or service can achieve. This includes defining the outcomes, alternatives, resources, timing, and measurement criteria to differentiate from competition. These design conversations help clarify expected outcomes, identify necessary resources, establish timelines, and finalize decision criteria to select the best solution provider. Collaborative sales approach. In high-stakes selling, closing the deal is not the end of the sales process, but rather the beginning of a collaborative effort. The delivery conversation takes place to implement and measure the solution, cement the relationship, and develop references and referrals. Rather than proposing your solution, provide a document of confirmation that covers characteristics, cost, implementation, schedule, and return on investment. Incorporate the client's ideas and terminology and seek pre-presentation feedback from inside collaborators. Invite collaborators to participate in the presentation to feel a sense of ownership. Anchor the larger solution in the presentation by including future needs and discussing potential risks and problems with brainstormed solutions. Overall, the approach is aimed at building a lasting business relationship built on trust and collaboration. Mastering the language of business. To succeed in complex sales, fluency in the language of business, dollars and cents, is vital. It is crucial to clearly explain the financial impact of inaction and the rewards of finding a solution. A cost analysis, done through conversations with experts, can create a cost of the problem report and a financial return on solution statement. Salespeople should always be comfortable discussing prices. Mastering executive conversations. To successfully sell to top executives, salespeople must converse in the language of their industry and understand their decision-making criteria. This includes presenting solutions that address relevant business issues, providing proof of a problem, illustrating a resolution, and explaining how to measure results. It's important to align the solution with the company's managers and employees. As the author advises, when in doubt, do the opposite of what a salesperson would do.
After delving into the remarkable world of exceptional people, you now possess the key takeaways of how migration has sculpted our societies, economies, and identities throughout history and will continue to do so in the foreseeable future. Goldin's work drives home the importance of adopting progressive and humane policies to tap into the immense potential of migrants in fostering innovation, driving economic growth, and shaping the cultural landscape. From debunking common myths surrounding migration to elucidating the need for international cooperation, this book stands as a shining testimony to the boundless potential that lies in embracing the ever-evolving facets of our world, and for empowering exceptional people to chart the course of our shared destiny.